One old school truck could completely change your life. Most people think new trucks are better because of their technology, but the truth is those same sensors are what leave you stranded in a car park while the older rigs keep rolling. I'm going to show you 15 old school American trucks that still embarrass modern ones and stick around because the #1 truck on our list has an engine so tough it outlasted the company that built it. 15. The tank-powered Titan. The first truck on our list is one that most people have forgotten, but it has a secret under the hood that would make a modern truck blush. Imagine you are in the 1950s. You need to haul steel, timber, or concrete across a country that is still growing. You don't need a fancy screen, you need muscle. Ford decided to stop whispering and started a roar with a machine called the Big Job. Somebody wanted to prove that a pickup truck king could compete with the giants of heavy hauling. But the competition was tough, so Ford reached into its war chest and pulled out the GAA V8 engine. This wasn't a normal truck engine. It was the same engine that had powered Sherman tanks in World War II. This wasn't just a marketing trick, it was battlefield muscle used for construction and logistics. Modern trucks use small engines with huge turbos that get hot and fail. The Big Job used a tank engine that never flinched. It was built for torque and pulled uphill fully loaded without a struggle. When you look at a modern truck today, you see a machine that sips diesel but breaks down if a sensor gets wet. The Big Job embarrasses modern rigs because it was a steel Titan that was built for the long haul. 14. The World War hero. The next step is the one that is by far the most important and yet also the most overlooked. Long before trucks had air conditioning, they had to survive shell fire and mud. This truck earned a reputation for reliability that money couldn't buy. We are talking about the White Motor Company's Standard Class A. During the Great War, these trucks became the workhorses of the U.S. Army. They hauled supplies through mud that would stop a modern truck in its tracks. The what is a simple, heavy-duty machine. The why is because it could handle punishment that destroyed other brands. The how is through shaft drive systems that got rid of troublesome chains. Modern trucks have limp mode that stops the engine if a sensor feels a tiny problem. This white truck didn't have a limp mode, it just kept going. It was a rolling ad for American craftsmanship. It embarrasses modern trucks because it was built to survive a war, while modern trucks are built to survive a lease agreement. 13. The custom-built logging beast. But after coming up with wartime machines, there was one company that decided they didn't want to build trucks for everyone. They wanted to build for the hardest jobs on Earth. This leads us to the Autocar DC series. The first step in understanding this truck is knowing that Autocar didn't like standard vehicles. They specialized in custom-built trucks for logging and construction where standard rigs couldn't survive. While modern trucks are made on an assembly line where everything is the same, an old Autocar was built for a specific job. The reality versus expectation here is simple. You expect a modern dump truck to be better because it has a computer. The reality is that the old Autocar has a frame so thick it won't snap when you load it with rocks. Modern trucks use thin steel to save weight and fuel. Autocar used heavy steel to save the driver's life and the job. To this day, the Autocar DNA still rolls off assembly lines because failure isn't an option. 12. The million-mile screamer. What if I told you there was an engine so loud and so tough that it dominated the whole industry for 50 years? This next rig is any old-school truck powered by the Detroit Diesel Series 71. They call it the Screaming Jimmy because of its distinctive high-pitched roar. Somebody wanted to shrink diesel power into a package small enough for a truck, but tough enough for a ship. But diesel engines back then were too big, so GM made a two-stroke design that fired on every revolution of the crankshaft. It used a supercharger not for speed, but just to breathe. Modern trucks have EGR systems that pump hot exhaust back into the engine, which causes the engine to melt itself. The Screaming Jimmy pushed fresh air in and pushed the heat out. It was a mechanical roar that dominated the industry. It embarrasses modern trucks because you can repair it with basic tools in the middle of a desert. If a modern engine fails, you need a laptop and a specialist. If a screamer fails, you just need a wrench and some grit. 11. The silent powerhouse. Now we have to talk about a truck that was so advanced it didn't just change a company, it changed what we expect from a machine. In 1967, Ford launched the L Series. It didn't look like the blocky trucks of the past. It had curved edges and a tilted windshield. The first step in understanding this truck is looking at the why. Ford wanted a truck that could be flexible. You could spec it with a gasoline engine or a diesel block from Cummins or Caterpillar. It was built to outlive the driver. Modern trucks are built with plastic interiors that rattle like a toolbox in a dryer. The Ford L Series was a silent powerhouse. It used rust-fighting coatings and better insulation long before those were standard. It embarrasses modern rigs because it was customization before computer programs existed. It didn't always shout, but it never broke down. 10. The Chrome Flex. If the L Series was the silent worker, the next truck on our list was a loud, bold statement. In 1976, Ford decided they were no longer the underdog. They released a truck with a hood so long it practically needed its own postcode. This was the LTL 9000. Somebody wanted to build a flagship that turned heads at the way station, but they also needed it to be a real tool. So they used a tunnel hood design that was actually for aerodynamics. It sliced through the wind instead of crashing into it. Inside it was a throne. It had quilted insulation, wood grain, and enough headroom to stretch. Modern trucks have luxury cabs, but they feel like a cheap hotel room made of plastic. The LTL 9000 was a flex that offered 10% better fuel economy than its rivals. It embarrasses modern trucks because it proved you could have style without sacrificing the math of the job. 9. The truck that never died. But after talking about Ford, we have to look at the brand that chose craftsmanship over profit until the very end. This leads us to the Kenworth W900. This is the longest-running truck model in history. The first step in understanding this truck is knowing that Kenworth doesn't build trucks for everyone. They focus on the custom build. The what is a square-nosed legend. The why is because a truck for a logger shouldn't be the same as a truck for a fridge hauler. Modern trucks are built to be replaced every 5 years. The W900 is built to be a family heirloom. It has a mechanical roar that refuses to die. While modern rigs are struggling with max-force engines that melt their own turbochargers, the W900 keeps rolling with simple, powerful blocks. It embarrasses modern trucks because it doesn't try to outsmart the driver. It just works. 8. The eagle that flew higher. In the late 20th century, International was a king of the road. Their eagle trim was the one every owner-operator wanted. It represented the outlaw spirit of the American road. Somebody wanted a truck that felt like a home, but they also needed a rig that could handle the dirt. So International built the 9900i Eagle with an old-school stance and a tough chassis. The problem is that the modern versions of these trucks were ruined by a big mistake called the max-force engine. The old mechanical Eagles are the ones that embarrass modern rigs. They didn't have EGR coolers that cracked or sensors that ghosted you. They were standard Class A machines that ran on fuel and grit. A modern truck might have more sensors, but an old Eagle has more soul and more uptime. 7. The Master Cabover. Imagine standing on a dusty lot in 1981. Everywhere you look, the trucks have flat faces. This was the era of the cabover, and the king was the Peterbilt 362. The first step in understanding this truck is knowing that the government used to measure the whole truck from front to back. To pull a bigger trailer, you had to make the truck shorter. So Peterbilt put the cab right on top of the engine. Modern trucks are almost all hood trucks because the law changed. But the 362 was a masterpiece of space. It had a dashboard like a jet and a windshield that lets you see the whole world. It embarrasses modern trucks because it was a space-saving tool that didn't care about looking cool and ended up looking cooler than anything else on the road. 6. The Bulletproof Wrecker. During World War II, some trucks didn't just haul freight, they saved lives. Kenworth built a machine called the M1 Heavy Wrecker. Somebody wanted to pull a stuck tank out of the mud in Europe, but normal trucks would just sink. So Kenworth built a rig that could handle mud and shell fire. It had structural integrity that was revolutionary. Modern tow trucks are full of hydraulics and computers. The M1 was pure mechanical strength. It proved that if you build for the hardest job, you can do any job. It embarrasses modern trucks because it was built when failure wasn't an option. while modern rigs are built with a planned failure date in the computer. 5. The anteater. That one. In 1985, Kenworth did something that made every trucker angry. They released a truck with a sloped, curved nose. They called it the anteater. This was the T600. The first step in understanding this truck is the expectation versus reality. The expectation was that a real truck had to be shaped like a brick. The reality was that fuel was getting expensive. So Kenworth used aerodynamics to get 22% better fuel economy. Modern trucks are all shaped like the T600 now, but the T600 embarrasses them because it was the first one to prove that sleek could still be tough. It didn't need a computer to tell the driver how to save fuel. The design did the work. 4. The last of the real Internationals. Before the Max Force nightmare ruined the brand, International made the 9900iX. It was the premium rig for the driver who wanted to be seen. Somebody wanted to keep the American dream of the open road alive. But the EPA was dropping a bombshell of new rules. So International tried to build a truck that was elegant engineering. The old mechanical 9900iX models are the ones that still work today. They embarrass modern trucks because they use simple logic. If you want power, you give the engine air and fuel. You don't pump 1,000-degree exhaust back into it. Modern rigs are emotionally damaging to own because they break down every few hundred miles. The old 9900iX is just a legend that keeps rolling. 3. The 1933 diesel gamble. This next fact is a total game changer. In 1933, the world was in a mess. Gasoline was expensive. Kenworth did something bold. They became the first to make diesel engines a standard choice. The first step in understanding this is seeing the opportunity most others missed. While Ford was still using gasoline engines, Kenworth moved into the diesel future. Modern trucks are all diesel, but they are so complex they are fragile. Those early Kenworth diesels were simple. They gave the driver better fuel economy and more power to stay profitable during a depression. They embarrassed modern trucks because they were built to save the driver's business, while modern trucks are often what puts a driver out of business due to repair costs. 2. The Road Commander. When the White Motor Company was at its peak, they built the Road Commander. It was a cab-over that didn't just work, it ruled the motorway. Somebody wanted a truck that could haul 200 tons in a mine or a load of freight on the road, but they needed it to be reliable. So they used precision manufacturing principles that Roland White had started a century before. Modern trucks have plastic cabs that squeak every 5 seconds. The Road Commander was built with an engineering culture that valued quality over growth. It embarrasses modern rigs because it was built before the money men took over and started cutting corners to pay the banks. It was a truck designed by people who knew how to hold a wrench. 1. The Indestructible Screamer. The number one truck on our list is any old-school machine powered by the 12 V71 or 16x71 Detroit diesel. These old beasts powered tanks, tugboats, and trucks, and many are still running today. The first step in understanding this truck is the shocking truth. How did one company build engines so tough they outlasted history itself? The what is a modular diesel platform. The why is because components were interchangeable. The how is through a design that was so simple a soldier could fix it with basic tools. Modern trucks are broken by the Max Force disaster, a mistake where engineers thought they could outsmart the laws of physics. They tried to pump hot air back into engines and ended up with grenades that destroyed empires. The old Detroit diesel screamer embarrasses every modern truck because it doesn't need a laptop, it doesn't need DF fluid, and it doesn't need a corporate apology. It just needs a driver who isn't afraid of a little noise. The road ahead. But there is something I didn't tell you at the start of this video. The biggest reason these old trucks embarrass modern ones isn't just about the metal, it's about the experience. When you drive an old-school rig, you belong to the road. You aren't just a third-party observer watching a computer screen drive for you. Everything I just told you about these 15 trucks is proof that better doesn't always mean newer. The expectation versus reality is that we expect new trucks to be more reliable. The reality is that the older they are, the more they were built to last. If you found this look at the legends of the road useful, boop the like button below. I'll see you in the next one.